kind of a special look of Mohenjo Daro. Uh, the journey of making this film has been quite tough uh, because it has been long. The research and development has been long. Every stage of making this movie has been quite detailed and taxing, but a very enjoyable journey. You know, at the outset, I must say that I am not a historian, and neither am I an archaeologist. You know, I'm just a filmmaker who's a creative person. I'm a filmmaker who likes history. And I try and do as much research as I can on the scripting stage to make it as accurate, as close to what the status was at that time. Also, when you decide to make a movie like this, you know, it's a huge opportunity. So I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to make this film on our very first civilization, a civilization that we know very little about. It's only a lot of speculation. And I'm thankful I got the opportunity, and the opportunity came to me in the form of, firstly, Hrithik Roshan, and secondly, UTV Motion Pictures. Without their support, we couldn't have made this film. Along with them, of course, I needed a cast and crew that also believes in the film, also is trying to bring their own vision to the film. And today, I want to start right now by first introducing the cast. So let's look at the actors of Mohenjo Daro. So let me start with Ishmita Khan. You know, if each one of us has a memory of our first film that we saw as a child. And my memory of my first movie that I saw when I was 5 years old was Aradhna. And I remember being so mesmerized by the movie and so mesmerized by Mr. Rajesh Khanna. I was of the firm belief that Rajesh Khanna made this film. He wrote it, he directed it, he sang the songs, he created everything. He was the end all of that film. Years later, I realized there's studio there. You know, there must be some more crew members that must be coming in. And then when I become a filmmaker, I can feel the full force. Even today, there are so many different little departments that contribute so majorly to a film's bigness in terms of its detailing that they sometimes go unseen. So I have always got the utmost respect for my crew, apart from my cast. So today, let me now also introduce you to all those people who did their own research and brought to the table the vision of what the film should be, what the civilization should be all about. So let me start with
It's our fourth collaboration with Ashutosh and Sunita, our fourth collaboration with Hrithik, and our umpteenth collaboration with Mr. A.R. Rahman. And it's our second collaboration together after Jodha Akbar, as far as Ashu, Hrithik, and us are concerned. It's an incredible honor to be associated with this film, and on behalf of the entire team of UTV, I'd like to say we're thrilled about what the next 1 month is going to bring the audiences in cinemas, and we hope you all enjoy the show tonight and enjoy the film. Thank you so much.
I'd like to ask Sunita to say a few words.
Good evening. I welcome you all to the world of Mohenjo Daro. I stand before you and behind Mohenjo Daro only because of my team, my cast that has done an incredible job, and my crew without whom this magic would not have been created. My production team, my pillars. I cannot move without Lawrence Ji, and he always stands like a rock. Bimal Parekh, my AGPPL's knight in shining armor, and Pooja, I welcome you to the world of films. Of course, finally, without one person, this was not possible. Hrithik, I have to just thank you for saying yes and agreeing to bring Ashutosh's vision alive. Of course, UTV, without which this was not possible. And as Siddharth said, that this was our fourth association, and we look forward to many more. And finally, my husband and director, thank you for all the stress every time. Thank you.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we give you the cast and crew of Mohenjo Daro. Please, this is your opportunity for the pictures. And as soon as our cast members will take a bow and take their seats, I have to request a couple of my cast members to actually hang on, including, of course, the director, that's Ashutosh Govarkar, A.R. Rahman sir, Hrithik Roshan, Pooja Hegde, Siddharth Roy Kapoor, Sunita, and Bhushan ji to kindly stay on stage with us for a couple of more moments. The rest of you, of course, we've given you so much love, and thank you for joining us on stage today. Thank you.
and buy one, get one free, I'll tell you what Chani also means. It
Please.
means, it means graceful. So I like the combination of, just, it's a phonetic thing. Audiences would have not known till you didn't ask me this question, so I'm glad you did. So it's joy and graceful.
That's great, but I have a feeling that there are a lot more questions today. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to take a break. Have a seat just for a second. Because joining you on this stage are going to be those two names, Sarman and Chani. May I please invite you back on stage, Hrithik Roshan and Pooja Hegde. Please join us. Thank you. Of course, this is the point where our friends from the media know exactly what question you've been wanting to ask. You probably come prepared. Well, you're all sharp shooters. You know what to do as soon as they settle down and you get your shots. We'll make sure that every question, almost, will be answered. There's just a lot of you today, so we'll try and do our best. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the most beautiful cast of them all, Mohenjo Daro. Open to the audience. And of course, the floor is open for questions.
Hi, hello, check, 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 check. Hi, Hrithik. Hi, check, 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 check. This is RJ Alok, आपके center में. Yeah.
Hi, hi RJ.
Sir,
Alok. Hi.
Sir,
Yes, Alok.
सर जब आपको ये फिल्म दी गई थी, आशुतोष ने आपको ये फिल्म के बारे में जिक्र किया, पहला थॉट क्या था और क्यों आपने हाँ कही इस फिल्म के लिए?
पहला थॉट ये था कि पहला थॉट क्या था? वाओ कि लेट मी ट्रैवल बैक इन टाइम. पहला थॉट, फर्स्ट थॉट वाज दैट आशुतोष इज माय फ्रेंड. फर्स्ट थॉट वाज दैट ही गेव मी अ फिल्म लाइक अकबर. My first thought was of immense joy that he's considering me for another film. After that, I looked at the script. You don't want to know my second thought.
I want to.
But I still said, no, mera dost hai. So I read that script. I loved the story. But I waited till that script from 200 pages went down to 80 pages, and then we shook hands and said, let's do this! So yeah, first thought to last thought, I सब बोल दिया मैंने.
ऋतिक, उन फैंस से क्या कहना चाहेंगे जो इतने अरसे बाद, मैं कह सकता हूँ इतना अरसा क्योंकि काफी वक्त हो गया बैंग बैंग के बाद अभी ये फिल्म आ रही है, उन्हें क्या?
काश वो 80 page should have been maybe 30 pages. So I would have met you all also more times. Maybe 2 of my more films would have come out. But unfortunately or fortunately, our vision was humongous. Our vision was out of this world, and it has taken its journey. Every film has its destiny. I have mine, and hopefully in my destiny in the future, I know I have said this a lot of times, but till I won't say it once more. I'll do it and show you now. More films. I know what you're saying. I know where you're going. So yeah, give me one more year.
Thank you, Alok. Thank you, Hrithik. I think there was another question here.
Hi Hrithik, over here.
Hi.
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. मेरी वो पिछली 2 फिल्में चली नहीं थी इतनी. It took me quite some time to write Mohenjo Daro. और जब भी आप एक historical लेते हैं ना, तो usually you hire people who do research, come and give you all that on a platter, and then you build the script. I have a problem. I must experience the research myself. So that's why every film of mine, be it Lagan or a Swades or a Jodha, but they're all 3 or 4 year gaps. They're because I like to do that research. Because I feel that these are films, very special films. You have to be very careful when you make them. And then I was waiting for Hrithik, and I'm glad with all the ups and downs that went through in terms of is he going to do it, not going to do it, itni thick script coming to 80 pages, all those phases happened, and finally I'm glad that he greenlit the film and we are here today.
The day it came down from 81 to 80, he has flown to Delhi to meet me. Hrithik, I've done it! And we signed the film there and then. And yeah.
Hi Hrithik, towards your right, over here. You know, last year there were the 2 of the most successful films of 2015 were Bahubali and Bajirao Mastani, and both were period films.
Right.
And now even Mohenjo Daro is a period film. So
Right.
my first question is, since those two films raised the bar in terms of action and scale.
Sorry?
Since those two films raised the bar in terms of action and scale, is there a sort of pressure on you? And second question is, do you think that it is a good time now because people have started accepting the period dramas, which used to happen very rarely in maybe say early 2000s?
Yeah. No, it's definitely changed. The perception has changed. And I think Jodha Akbar went a long way in changing that perception a few years back. And what your first question was? Of course, yeah, the pressure is always good. No pressure, no diamonds. And that's something that I believe in. So pressure is good, yeah. Everyone should be raising the bar, and then the bar should come to us so that we can raise it a bit more.
It's actually been a great experience because I have worked with two greats now, whether it's Ashu sir or Hrithik, and hopefully their greatness, even if it rubs off a little bit on me, then I'm sure I can reach a higher level, right?
I have to say the first time that I met Pooja was in a photo session. First time, as in the first time we interacted professionally, was in a photo session. And I just want to say that I was, and you don't know this, but when we were doing our first shot where you had to look into my eyes and I had to look into your eyes and create that whole romantic moment for him with his hot shot his camera. I was taken aback. I was taken aback because I worked with a lot of co-stars, and the kind of what's the word? The kind of courage and the kind of purity of just being was just something that struck me. It struck me, and that was the moment where I knew for a fact that you, Pooja, are very special and a rare talent, a very beautiful person, and you are going to go a very, very, very long way in this industry.
Hrithik,
I mean, what can someone say after that? I mean, like every girl has had, there are a lot of girls who've had great debuts, but who has had Hrithik Roshan dance for them? Come on, please tell me. I mean, but thank you so much. I mean, I really can't say anything after that. But Hrithik's been such a gracious person, and he's been so encouraging. So, I mean, we shot in Bhuj for so long, and he was like my friend over there whenever I needed him. So thank you so much for that. Sorry.
ऋतिक आपके सामने इधर ऋतिक आपके सामने रितेश ईटीवी से आपकी एक और फिल्म आ रही है काबिल। अभी शाहरुख खान ने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी ईद के दिन, उन्होंने कहा कि वो
I've lost you. Hello. काबिल के बाद आपने क्या कहा?
शाहरुख खान ने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की ईद के दिन, उन्होंने कहा कि वो बात करेंगे जो क्लैश हो रहा है रईस और काबिल के बीच। वो कुछ बातें हुई आपसे शाहरुख से?
हाँ, हमने बात की है, और बात ये की है कि we are actors, we should leave all this to the producer.
This
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
this way.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, may I? I don't know what to say, but I just feel like I want to say something, sir. Because in Ashutosh's films, the thread of that romance in most of his films, from Swades, Jodha Akbar to this, there is something so romantic about this man. I know you can't see it, but trust me, this guy is a romantic at heart. And when he gets into that mode, slowly there is a kind of a glow that starts behind his head, turns into a halo. And he shoots the most incredibly inspiring romance you have ever seen on celluloid. And for that, that's one of the particular incentives that I always get if I'm working with him. That yaar, isme jo romance hoga, even it's beautiful on script, and then on screen he just takes it to another level. And how he does that is not by instructions. He will not tell you, yaar, make your eyes a little bit like this, speak softer, or tilt your head. No, he will create the ambience, and he'll create the atmosphere. He'll create So there's nothing much left for the actor to imagine. You know, it's all there. So that is something that I think is amazing about him where romance is concerned. And I would simply say that every single romantic moment in this film is something that you will take back home with you. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think I second that. I think even if we are just walking by each other, we've ensured that we just rock that.
Hrithik, there's actually a question from one of our friends in the audience, which is, there's a beautiful bath. That bath looks so gorgeous.
So wanted to
Did
jump
you
into that
bathe
bath.
in that or not?
You know, I so wanted to jump in.
You didn't? Oh, damn, okay.
No,
Okay,
but
he
I-
hasn't bathed in that pool. Next
Hrithik,
question?
But we threw some of our set members into
Oh,
it after
really?
that. Yeah, after we
That's
backed
fun.
up.
That's fun.
ऋतिक ऋतिक आदाब रेखा खान और भारत टाइम से जी ऋतिक एक जब इस तरह की एक पीरियड फिल्म होती है जिसमें इतना वक्त लगता है तो एक एक्टर के तौर पर
फीमेल फिल्म होती है?
जब एक ड्रामा मतलब पीरियड फिल्म है एक
पीरियड फिल्म होती है?
जी
Okay.
जब इतना सारा वक्त लगता है उसमें तो एक एक्टर के तौर पर आपको कितना सब्र कितना पेशेंस रखना पड़ता है और एक सवाल मेरा आशुतोष जी से भी है इसके बाद जी
See, I think important question है ये, because a lot of actors will be doing movies and doing work and challenging work, and some of them will test them, you know, in terms of length and time and patience and all of that. My advice is that the moment you read that script, if it does not ignite every single cell in your body, then don't do it. You know, just when I signed the film, I knew, and I asked myself, am I willing to give my right hand for this film? I asked this question of all my films. Am I willing to break a bone for this? And this one too, I have broken bones. I ask myself those questions, and if the answer is yes, then I go ahead. And once that is done, then no matter how hot it is, no matter you know how empty the stomach is, and you're still being bashed up on that hot sand, and you know it's just uncomfortable. But you always go back to that moment, yaar, nahi yaar, I have seen that vision. I have seen what this film is going to be in the end, and that is my objective. And this is the way through. And everything kind of centers. And you stand up again, and you go for it again. And that's how it's done. There's no other way.
आशुतोष जी मेरा आपसे सवाल है
जी।
आशुतोष जी बहुत चर्चा चल रही है कि एक डायरेक्टर है अमनदीप लांबा उन्होंने एक आरोप लगाया है कि मोहनजोदारो की स्क्रिप्ट उनकी है अब आप सामने हैं तो आप इस बात का खुलासा बहुत बेहतर तरीके से कर सकते हैं
वो सामने क्यों नहीं है? वो कहाँ है? उनको बुलाए? मतलब क्या है? फेयर होना चाहिए?
इन्होंने जवाब दे दिया
He said whatever he has to say.
कुर्सी लाइए, बुलाइए उनको। शुक्रिया। सही है, I have collaborated with Star. We have collaborated on a deal. Numbers I'm not at liberty to say, but yes, thank you.
Hi, Hrithik. Good evening. To your right. Hi.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, right at the beginning, you said that you value your friends, family, and love a lot, and that this film has really taught you about the fight for your character. Could you elaborate on that, please?
I could. It could be a long answer, but I'll
Go
try
ahead,
and.
go ahead.
It's a little. I'll try and articulate it as best as possible. I always equate my journey in my real life with my real life in the sense in a spiritual way. Mohenjo Daro has taken me away from my family for a long time, but it has taught me what it means to stand for friends, what it means to commit, what it means to uphold the values that are so easy to flaunt. We keep flaunting the values. This was a test to actually live those values, and I did, and that added strength to my character. And since I'm personally on a journey where I want to find out about myself, I want to find out what my potential best is, I'm on a journey where I want to live the best life possible. And I think this journey has done a lot for me in that regard. So that's what I was trying to say. It's been a journey that has taught me a lot of things. It has taught me about love. It's taught me about good things. Thank you.
Right. Hrithik, staying on your journey, at IFA you told me that there's a lot more to come, and I'd asked you in reference to a particular incident. So when are we going to see what you referred to at that time?
They say patience is the mother of all virtues. That's all I'll say.
Thank you, Shilpa. Next question.
Hi, Ashutosh.
Yeah.
Well, let me answer this question in another way. I'm here to answer your questions, and I will answer them. But I genuinely feel that it will be very unethical of me and unprofessional of me to usurp this platform and use it for my own personal gain to talk to you about this issue. What I will say. There's a lot I want to say, but I will, as I said, a bit more patience, and I will answer your questions.
Thank you, Hrithik. I believe there's a
Hrithik-
question for Mr. Govarkar on this side.
Hrithik, here.
अरे अजय जी खड़े हो गए वहाँ पर और आप
I
here,
love
here
how
बोल रहे हैं।
here is a reference, is not a reference.
ऋतिक,
You'll have to tell us where.
आपसे मुलाकात और बात कम होती है, इस मसले पर कभी आपने कुछ नहीं कहा, तो सब जानना चाहते हैं आपका पक्ष कि आप कब बोलेंगे, और अगर इस वक्त कुछ बता पाए हमें
किसके बारे में? Same
इसी
thing.
मसले पर। हाँ,
नहीं, जैसे कि मैंने कहा, it's not elegant of me to speak on that right now.
क्योंकि जो दूसरा पक्ष है ऋतिक, वो हमेशा बोलता रहा है, लगातार बोलता रहा है, आपकी तरफ से कुछ नहीं आया अभी तक, क्योंकि सब कुछ वन साइडेड एक ही तरफ से आ रहा है, आपकी तरफ से कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ ये सवाल।
Sometimes the truth takes time.
Hi, this is Simrita from Filmi Curry. My question is to the director.
Thank you.
Sir, whenever these historical films, the title itself, when it comes, you know that it's a Ashutosh Govarkar film. And coming to Mohenjo Daro, we've only read it in the textbooks. So my question is, what draws you to such historical periods? Why Mohenjo Daro? Why Indus Valley civilization?
I've also often asked myself this, and I've realized that I get drawn to untold stories. So even in a Jodha Akbar or a Lagan, those are all untold stories, which the era is right. You know about the era, you know the period, you know the society, how the society was at that time, but we don't know what happened. So it excites me to try and tell a story set in that time. Now, for example, Mohenjo Daro, since you're asking about the title, now what this city was known at that point in time, nobody knows. I mean, I could have easily called the film Mohenjo Daro, and there would have been a lot of questions raised. How can I give it my own name? How can I call it Mohenjo Daro? So in this case, I've used a very popular name, which is used by all the archaeologists, historians. They refer to this city as Mohenjo Daro. So it fascinated me to know कि उस वक्त इसका नाम कुछ अलग था, और अब हम इस नाम के जरिए उसको संबोधित कर रहे हैं. तो what happened here? So it fascinates me, and my first, like you and all of us, the school books was the first reference, and the second was during Lagan when I was in Bhuj, and I was looking for locations. I stumbled upon the city of Dholavira, and I thought, oh my God, this is incredible, a city that is just standing, and we don't know anything about our ancestors. What happened to this civilization? Who were the people? How did they live? So I'm very happy that today, I got the opportunity and we are here, the film is done. Hopefully now everyone will like it. I'm so sorry, I can't hear you.
Sanitation systems were introduced for the first time
Yeah.
in Mohenjo Daro.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to be showcasing
So
that?
my study told me that they were covered at the time. So I've kept them covered in the movie. They are there. It's like I have six packs, but they're covered.
Ashutosh. Ashu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was history your favorite subject, or it was like history, geography, बड़ी वे वो class
No, not at all. In fact, I never remember dates. I failed in history. I had no connection with geography. So last year when I did this show called Everest, and when the news came out that you're doing Mohenjo Daro, a member from the media, a very clever question, कि अब अच्छा, अब आप geography से history जा रहे हैं? So I said, yeah, there it is.
Ashutosh.
I just want to say that I was one of these people who read Mohenjo Daro in school, and I was so bored that I never ever thought that I would do a film based on this era. But I think what this has done is that a lot of the newer generation is picking up the history books again, and they're more interested, and that's what films does. So of course it's Ashu sir's own version of Mohenjo Daro, but it generates that interest again, So thank you so for that.
आशुतोष मेरा सवाल है एक छोटा सा
हाँ
अच्छा
This lady
आशुतोष
was
कर रहा हूँ मैं
very
आपके लिए नहीं कोई बात नहीं
Sorry, there's a lady right here. हाँ मैडम आप ही
नहीं
बोलिए।
लेडीज फर्स्ट
बोलिए।
लेडीज फर्स्ट
कलेक्टिव नहीं हो सकता है। इसकी वजह यह है कि इतिहास भी ना हर 50 साल नया लिखा जाता है। नए स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं जो हिस्टोरियंस बनते हैं, वो जो पहले इतिहासकार थे उनका इतिहास पढ़ते हैं, उसमें हाइपोथेसिस होते हैं, एनालिसिस होते हैं, दे चेंज इट एंड दैट्स कॉन्स्टेंटली गोइंग ऑन। सो इवन इन आर्कियोलॉजी every 20 years there's a new study that comes in. जैसे हाल ही में आपको पता चला कि ये सिविलाइजेशन 8000 साल पुराना है। तो जब मैंने ये सुना तो मुझे पहली बात तो मैंने सुनीता और सिद्धार्थ से कही कि मुझे पूरी फिल्म रीशूट करनी पड़ेगी अभी। So it's constantly being rewritten. What I did was I got in touch with Jonathan Mark Canoyer, who is the leading archaeologist in University of Wisconsin, जिन्होंने 35 साल मोहनजो दारो में हड़प्पा में काम किया, और भारत के भी 6 आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट थे। उनके साथ बैठ के उनका जो चेन ऑफ थॉट है वो मैंने इसमें इंकॉर्पोरेट किया, बिकॉज देर आर अदर डाइवर्जेंट व्यूज ऑल्सो। सो मैं जानता हूँ कि ट्रेलर जब आया तो काफ़ी रिजर्वेशंस भी थे। कुछ लोगों को लगा कि यार चांदी का कॉस्ट्यूम ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, लेकिन सच तो ये है कि अगर आप फिगरीन्स देखेंगे उस वक्त की, तो वो न्यूडिटी बहुत है उसमें, दे ऑल नेकेड फिगरीन्स। तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आई मेक अ फिल्म विच हैज़, so I have to create somewhere, imagine responsibly, try and blend it, because ultimately मैं भी क्या चाह रहा हूँ कि मुझे मौका मिल रहा है और मैं एक अद्भुत दुनिया में जा रहा हूँ। How can I bring it to screen जिससे आप भी देख के प्रभावित हो कि एक नजरिया मिल रहा है। आज तक कभी फिल्म इस पे बनी नहीं है, तो I've attempted that and इसलिए मैंने कहा कि मैं इतिहासकार नहीं हूँ, आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मैं जरूर एक
and thank you for that. Because Akbar apparently was 4 feet 5 inches tall.
You would have never been cast.
मतलब चांस ही नहीं होता. So thank you.
अच्छा आशुतोष मेरा सवाल फिल्म के टाइटल से
सब रुक जाइए अब.
ये अजय ब्रह्मात्मज की आवाज लग रही है।
जी मैं ही हूँ सर। मेरा सवाल भी फिल्म के टाइटल से ही था। हम लोग एक ही शब्द के रूप में मोहनजो दारो को जानते रहे हैं, बचपन से पढ़ते रहे हैं। आपकी फिल्म में 2 शब्द आते हैं, मोहनजो एक साथ आता है, दारो एक साथ अलग आता है। इस टाइटल पे पहुंचने की वजह क्या रही, इस तरीके से क्यों सोचा गया? और मोहनजो दारो का शायद असली मतलब मुर्दों का टीला होता है। तो इस फिल्म में जो एक ट्रेलर में मैंने देखा था कि मोहनजो दारो को बचाने की कोशिश कर रहा है समर। तो ये मुर्दों के टीले को बचाने की कोशिश कर रहा है, ये बात मेरी समझ में नहीं आई थी ट्रेलर देख के। दो चीज़ें, और आपको बधाई कि अभी तक लोगों ने पीरियड और हिस्टोरिकल फिल्में बनाई हैं। आप शायद इंडिया के पहले फिल्म मेकर हैं जो प्री हिस्टोरिकल फिल्म बना रहे हैं, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई।
थैंक यू। नहीं, आपका सवाल करेक्ट है। 3-4 अलग नाम है। मोहिंजो दारो भी कहते हैं, मोहेंजो दारो भी कहते हैं, हिंदी में मोहेंजो दड़ो कहते हैं। लेकिन जो पॉपुलर नेम है इंटरनेशनली जो जाना जाता है वो मोहेंजो दारो था, इसलिए मैंने इस नाम को चुना। और ज़्यादातर आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट मोहेंजो दारो इस नाम से ही पहचानते हैं। एंड आई थॉट दैट yes, you're right, it's called Mound of the Dead. But as I said earlier, that if I had changed the name and given it my name, I could have never connected to you the story. कुछ reference point नहीं होता। तो मैंने मोहेंजो दारो ये इस्तेमाल किया। और इतिहास की बात है तो ये, as I said, untold stories excite me, interest me, and it needs people who can back you. Because मैं अगर just अपने आप सोच लूँ तो ये कभी पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो इसमें ऋतिक का होना ज़रूरी है, सिद्धार्थ का आना ज़रूरी है, एंटायर टीम जो यहाँ पे सामने बैठी है, ऑल ऑफ देम हैव टू कम जॉइन इन, एंड आवर processes have been very, very interesting. Whether it's dialogue or whether it's the way the costumes are or the light design. तो कोशिश की है कि try and create the world. कुछ reservations होंगे definitely, and मैं नहीं कहूँगा कि आपके अगर reservations हैं तो आप गलत हैं। At the same time मैं ये भी request करूँगा कि आप मुझे भी ना गलत कहें, because मैं भी एक imagine ही कर रहा हूँ, and it is my make believe world. So I just feel that audiences should also watch the film with a little openness. That's all.
Thank you, Ashu sir. Thank you for your questions, guys.
Hrithik,
We're really
Ashutosh,
running out of time.
One second.
Last question, please.
Hrithik, Ashutosh, a question common to both of you. A big here, slightly right. Yeah, Ajay ke baaju mein. A question common to both of you. A big film for both of you. A big film in terms of box office business as well. It is obviously clashing with Akshay Kumar's Rustom. Is that a cause of concern? Because we have seen how when clashes happen in the past, numbers are divided. So what's your take on that, Hrithik and Ashutosh? If I could have a reaction from both of you on this.
Producer साहब, मैं actor हूँ।
You know, clashes always happen.
सर अक्षय आपके बिल्डिंग में रहते हैं सर।
वो भी एक्टर है,
लेकिन वो प्रोड्यूसर भी है।
वो प्रोड्यूसर है।
पार्ट प्रोड्यूसर।
Straight to Akshay. Akshay and Ashutosh.
Ashutosh, a reaction from you.
Ashutosh and Akshay. Please discuss, sort it out.
The thought does come to your mind that अगर दो फिल्में एक साथ आ रही हैं, दोनों बड़ी हैं, तो clash होगा, box office बटा जाएगा, all that happens. But ultimately उसके बाद जब आप decide करते हैं कि आपको इस वक्त रिलीज करना है, तो you have to do what is in your interest. आपकी फिल्म किस तरह से ऑडियंस को प्रभावित करे, ये आपको सोचना है। आप ये भी सोचते हैं कि शोले और जय संतोषी माँ सेम डे रिलीज हुए थे, दोनों सुपरहिट थे। इनफैक्ट जय संतोषी माँ अगर आप बॉक्स ऑफिस कंपेयर करें तो इट्स अ बिगर हिट देन शोले, बिकॉज द कॉस्ट टू रिकवरी रेशियो इज वेरी हाई। लगान गदर मेरी एक पास्ट फिल्म थी, तो वो जब मैं सोचता हूँ तो मुझे लगता है ग्रेट, मोहनजो को भी चलना चाहिए, रुस्तम को भी चलना चाहिए, बोथ द फिल्म शुड बी सुपर डुपर।
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your kind questions. I'm sure our friends from the media would like a couple more pictures. Could I please request our lovely cast and Ashutosh to kindly step up? We're really out of time, guys. I'm so sorry.
You waited the whole press conference to say this. But, no. When you're walking the truth, when you're standing, when the truth is on your side, you don't need support, yaar. God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Last question.
there's something yet to do.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Gentleman in the black, boliye.
Last question.
जोर से बोलो वरना मत बोलो।
Yeah. हाँ। ओके ओके भाषा बहुत ही मुश्किल टॉपिक था इस फिल्म के लिए, क्योंकि कहा जाता है अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्कियोलॉजी दैट तभी प्राकृत बोलते थे, कोई कहता है ब्राहुई बोलते थे। एंड जो सिंधु की जो स्क्रिप्ट है, जो जो अल्फ़ाबेट है, वो अभी तक डिसाइफर नहीं हुई है, तो किसी को पता नहीं है कि भाषा क्या थी। तो हमने सोचा कि क्यों ना एक ऐसी मैश क्रिएट करें जिसमें यू हैव अ बिट ऑफ सिंधी, अ बिट ऑफ हिंदी, अ बिट ऑफ शुद्ध हिंदी, ताकि इट क्रिएट्स अ फीलिंग ऑफ एन ओल्ड वर्ल्ड। इट्स अंडरस्टूड बाय द ऑडियंसेस, बिकॉज मैं नहीं चाह रहा कि जैसे जोधा अकबर में भी अगर आपने देखा होगा, मैंने ज़्यादा पर्शियन में मैं नहीं गया, ज़्यादा घनी उर्दू मैंने इस्तेमाल नहीं की, क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाह रहा कि ऑडियंस एलियनेट हो। सबको समझ में आनी चाहिए फिल्म। And ultimately, I'm trying to tell a story. So the story can only be told by words. So that's where we use words like I was going to use it at the end, but लख लख थोड़ा उस सवाल के लिए, इसका मतलब है thank you for that question.
That's about it. We don't have time now. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a photo opportunity right now. Could I please request Hrithik, Pooja, and Ashu sir to kindly come up and take a couple of pictures. And there's also a very special announcement at the end of this. Yes, all yours. Thank you.
Bhushan.